Hey everyone, and welcome back to the show. So last week we looked at some of my Lego, and today we are looking at not Lego. That's right, we are not looking at anything today. You see, I just brought all my equipment down here. No reason, I put up my camera, set up my microphone, but I didn't really have anything to do with it. I just set it all up for absolutely no reason, and yeah. No, as you can tell, I am joking. Instead, we are actually looking at something that has nothing to do with Lego. So here is a piece of my phone's protective case. It's actually pretty good. I got it in China. I like the shape. I like the blue. I like the hardened rubber back here. It keeps it safe. And you're not buying this for a minute, are you? Okay, serious time. What we are actually looking at today is what you could consider Lego, but isn't Lego. Yeah, if you go into your local Toys R Us or Walmart or any toy store probably, then you can probably find a lot of sets that look like Lego but are not manufactured by Lego. There's some weird, confusing story behind that. So apparently the Lego brick trademark expired in like 1989, and so all these companies jumped on, except Lego can still sue them for producing Lego, and I don't know. It's just a mess. We're just moving on. It doesn't have anything to do with today. In fact, it doesn't have anything to do with the show, so let's just skip it. Instead, let us look at what we are going to be looking at today. Look. Here we go. Kids create Star Riders building bricks. Now, this is a fairly obscure company, Kids Create, or actually, is it a company? Is it a... And I bumped the microphone. Let's see. Distributed by International Greetings USA Papercraft. So, is Papercraft the company that created it, and Kids Create is just their line, or is the Kids Create the company, or... whatever, but it's a fairly obscure line as far as I can tell. I've only found it in a few places. I got this one at the campus store here, and the only other place I've actually seen this is Amazon. I mean, I looked at it on eBay. It has a total of one listing, and then Amazon is ridiculously expensive, actually. You can get, these cost about $10, $15 for the small ones and $30 plus for the big ones. And I got this in a sale for like $2. So I think I lucked out there. Anyway, let's see what else we can find on the box. Compatible with other leading brands. That's basically code for, we just stole from Lego. Except I don't think anyone's ever produced any Lego bricks that just have... There are basically 2x4s with just studs down the middle, because that is a waste of plastic. Why would you do that? It'd be too flimsy as well. Let's see, ages 6 plus. However, the choking hazard says not for children under 3 years. So, what do you do between the ages of 3 and 6 then? Do you just stare at it? You're able to stare at it, but you can't actually play with it, or maybe you can play with it, but you can't build anything with it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can't turn on your creativity until you're 6. Yes, yeah. In the meantime, you can just you can throw them at people. You can scatter them all over the living room. You can let people step on them in the middle of the night. I don't know. Let's see. So I guess that's why we're going to be building right there. Just this guy in a spacey background, and that does not look like a very safe spaceship. In fact, that looks... Looks like a very cheap carnival ride, like, one of those very cheap kiddie parks that you see sometimes, these traveling carnivals, and it looks like something that should be on there, except, you know what, I think this is actually too cheap for a carnival ride, because carnival rides, they have the good sense to steal from Disney. Let's see, what's on the back here? Let's see, $3.59, but like I said, I got it on sale. And I actually went back to the store. They're out. Or at least they were out of stock when I looked. I don't know if they've put any more in. Let's see. Rocket Fire for illustration only. Oh, that's too bad. I was really hoping that this Lego would actually shoot fire out of its missiles. You know, that would be incredibly dangerous and really stupid and probably not cost effective, but, you know, I was really hoping that it would actually fire fire. Let's see, Star Riders, and Star Riders. Okay. That's actually one of the reasons why this was so hard to find in the first place, because Star Riders is the name of some RPG thing, some RPG book. And had to sort through all the stuff on Google and Yahoo before I could finally find somewhere else that sold these. So, enough talking about the box. Let's open her up. Dump out the pieces. Let's find the instruction book here. Let's see, is anything in the instruction book? Yes, it is. Okay, looks like we have everything that we need to start. So, let's see. So these are the instructions then. It's just one sheet. It's just, boy. Well, I guess I didn't really expect as much. 50 pieces, and let's see, what planet is that? Is he traveling above Coruscant or something? Or I don't know. But what I do know is that I need to put this together, and it needs to be sped up with some public domain music. You ready? Okay, stopping here for a second. Yeah, there's a date on one of the pieces. 8443/05/2015, so I'm assuming that means that this was manufactured in May of last year, but why put it on the brick? Why not on the box? Why do they want you to know how old this set is? Or, I don't know, how would they even see it if they were going to package this up and... I don't know. Moving on. Done. And good grief, that was ridiculous. A lot easier to put together than last week's, but it could have been a lot faster if it wasn't for these blue things. They are not attached. They keep falling off, and you can't see. They just snap off at the merest sign of pressure. And okay, let's just take these extra parts and throw them in there to be used at a later date, probably. Or I don't know, just to stay in there. And let's talk about this itself. These are very badly put together. Look at there. There's a very obvious seam there. Like the pieces do not fit together right. So I don't know. I think I got it fixed, but nope. You try to put it back. Try to actually put it in place, and it just goes back to being lopsided. It's again, and it popped off again. Let's see. I know you probably want to be on a better set than this, but still, I don't think you're any better. And what is up with the color scheme? I mean, okay, there's white. White and black I can understand, but then there's these bright blues and the red and the yellow, and this is really space-worthy. These are really space-worthy colors. It's ridiculous. It's actually disgusting. It's my cheap Carnival quote from earlier was actually pretty spot on. I mean, who else would paint paint a spaceship this color. But then again, who would paint the cats pink in that Star Trek animated series episode that probably only 5 people have seen in the world, and so why am I making reference to that? But okay, let's talk about the minifigure. This is, oh, good grief, this is the worst put together minifigure I've ever seen. This is probably one of the most shabbily made things in existence. Okay, so for one thing, one positive, I actually do kind of like that the legs are interchangeable. They actually have holes on either side. I mean, I guess it can be kind of distracting while you're playing with it, but that's the least of this thing's problems. Okay, so for one thing, the paint is terrible on this. I mean, so first of all, does this look like a space uniform? It's a button-up shirt with a pocket protector and a pen in there. I mean, yeah, you absolutely want that in your pocket when you're blasting off into space. You know, that thing will force its way through your heart and into the seat, and yeah, and then the back legs. There's like nothing there. It's basically all just hollow. You know, it's just gonna slide all over the place. In fact, let's see if I can make it slide all over the place. Let's put it down and just slides off. You see that? You see that? Just put it down and a little tug and it slides. And you know, I don't even care about that. And the helmet fits way too snugly on the head. It just keeps coming up. Whenever I try to adjust the helmet, it just pulls the head right back off. And the visor, okay, the visor works. I'll give it that. But then there's I don't know, the head's painted okay, I guess, but there is a little bit of runoff, and of course the head's very, very loosely attached to the rest of the body. This is just pitiful right here. And then of course here's a bit of black paint, you know, where the machine missed, or I don't know, maybe it was hand painted and the guys missed, but whatever the reason, this is, and it fell. Whatever the reason, this is just really bad, really poor. It's not the poorest minifigure I've ever seen. We'll get to that one day. Its time will come. But, this is... I guess I shouldn't be complaining too much for a cheap Lego. Except these aren't cheap. Like I said, they cost like a lot on Amazon, which really, if you're going to pay that much, just go get a regular Lego thing. Or Lego has quality control. This, I am tired of looking at that. I do not recommend this at all. The end. Well, it's a good thing that they didn't make any more, and we don't have to look at any more today. Oh, look at that. Yep, here's a bigger set, Star Riders building bricks, and 148 pieces, and yeah, you can probably tell what it's ripping off. I mean, the other one, I don't know if it was a rip-off, maybe it was of those really small Lego figures from like the 90s or something, but this, yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can tell that that's the Millennium Falcon there. At least you could tell that if you're stupid. Oh, and we got an X-Wing design here, and this one says 2-in-1. Well, I hope it's 2-in-1. I mean, you know, does that mean that it changes? Does it mean it transforms? 844305. Okay, hey, that's the thing that was on this other Lego brick. 844. Yeah, so why paint it on the brick if you're just going to put it on the box? What's even the point of that? What are you trying to prove? What? I don't... Okay, yeah, same box as the other one, only it's blue. It's a blue X-Wing, and it just says the same stuff, so let's just open it up and let the pieces drop all over the floor. I really need to rethink this table, don't I? A lot more pieces here. Okay, that's it. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy whatever music I'm going to put on while I put this even bigger thing together. And we're back and we're done. And once again, that took a lot longer than it should have. The plastic quality on this is really poor. A lot of the bricks, they either wouldn't go on or they just fell off when you touch them. And there's a lot of plastic runoff here as well. I mean, look at that. Just look at all that plastic right on the side there. And these engines, I don't get what's up with them. I mean, it looks like they're supposed to go in the middle, but the only place I could put them was on the other side here because they don't fit in the holes on the underside. And yeah, for a little bit I thought I was missing a part, but I found it in the box still. I really need to find some of these that still have their bags. And yeah, these wheels are absolutely useless. They just come apart if you even touch them. And then they don't go back on. There we go. Let's see, there was something... oh, yeah, and it came with a broken piece. Yeah, look at that. It just comes right off. Shame on you. So put that back on. And then I have these extras, which I don't even know are extras. They look too important to be extras. They look like they actually need to go somewhere. I don't know if there was just one of these, maybe, but there's two of these. Did I miss a step? I probably did, because what I didn't mention last time is that the instructions are really bad. They seem to put the focus on the wrong thing, so you're just looking in the wrong places to find out what the next step is, or if you've put all the pieces on. And the ship just fell apart again. So, yeah, look at that runoff. Like barely fits on here. So in the end, though, we have. Well, let's be honest here. This is Luke Skywalker. And that fell off again. Yeah, this is Luke Skywalker. There is absolutely no getting around that. I mean, that's the Luke Skywalker face when it focuses, and that's the Star Wars body, so why do they have two different kinds of Lego guys? They have the actually pretty well painted, pretty well crafted Lego ripoff, Lego Star Wars ripoff guy, and then they have this guy who, I don't know, it looks like some 5-year-old painted it, and looks like it's from a completely different set. So what, did they just root around Lego's dumpster or something and come up with these things? I don't get why they're two completely but yeah, the minifigure is okay. In fact, yeah, it's a completely different design of minifigure as well. Look, it has the Lego actual holes back there, and it actually goes on in the Lego way. So what the heck? Where did they even get both these characters? Did they just have two molds running? I mean, I highly doubt that, because they're just too cheap to create parts that even work. And they gave Luke a pink visor. That was nice of them. Oh, and the helmet's crap. Yeah, see that big seam right there? What the heck? So, yeah, it's Luke Skywalker in his blue X-Wing off to fight the evil forces of some guy, because it can't be Darth Vader. Nope, no heroic guy would be brave enough to fly in this thing. Just this weird colored thing to fight off his evil father or something. I mean, Luke, I am your guy. You came into work like that. Oh, you go home. You've embarrassed me, son. And everything fell off, and I just don't care anymore, because I was going to give this set a little leeway because of how, I don't know, I do like the design, and the colors make a little more sense than the carnival ride over there. But because it's falling apart so easily, and because the plastic is so cheap, and it's probably just going to warp in a week or something and become completely unplayable, I cannot recommend this at all. At all. Especially not for the prices on Amazon. I mean, I paid maybe $8 for this on sale, and even that was too much. I could probably get something a little more decent for $8 from Lego. So, no. And another thing. So, you You see how it says 2 in 1 there? It's just the instructions for the one on the front. So, yeah, and it's just the one sheet. I was actually looking for another sheet, but it just has the X-Wing parts, or the X-Wing instructions. So, how do we build this thing? How do we build that? Okay, this actually really pisses me off. Lego does this too. It just says, oh, look at all this stuff that you can build with these pieces. You can build this set, you can build this set, you can build this set. Yeah, theoretically, I could build a model of Johnny Depp getting punched in the face by a rabid kangaroo with these pieces. But are you going to give me the instructions for those? I didn't think so. So why even say 2 in 1? You just get the 1, and I don't have the patience to figure out the 2 because of just how bad the... You see, this episode's made me bump the camera so much out of frustration. So... Nope, I'm afraid the galaxy is doomed because the rebellion signed up with the lowest bidder, and Luke is flying this, I don't even know what to call it, this really 70s limited animation, children's cartoon ride. So just, I'm sick of looking at it. And you too. Well, that was a disappointment. So next week, let's see. So last week we looked at Lego. This week we looked at not Lego. Next week we'll look at Lego and not Lego. See you then. Okay, one final note here. While I was trying to put this away, I did notice these weird symbols on the blocks. I actually do kind of like that because normally with bootleg Lego or knockoffs or whatever, they just take the Lego logo off the top of the blocks. But here they have these weird symbol, I don't know what it is. Is this just from another set? Did they just take this straight from Lego Star Wars or something and they were too lazy to scratch it off, so they just put it on their model going, oh, no one's going to buy this. No, Lego doesn't even know we exist. I'm just going to put it on it. I don't know. I don't get it. I saw that on a couple blocks here actually, but it doesn't. It's not on any of the other blocks. So yeah, they went diving in Lego's dumpster. I'm convinced.